Hey y'all, it's me. So, I have something that I want to share today. So, this is welcome to this conversation really happened. Oh man, do you know what episode?
I'm guessing on this one.
Okay,
Episode 33.
that's what it is 33. Wow, that's pretty
Da,
significant.
da, da, da.
You know why?
I
You know
heard
why
you
it's
smile.
significant? Because how old was Jesus when he was 33, right?
when he was put to death.
Right,
When
33.
he laid down his life.
Right, when he gave up his life
Yeah.
for us. And if you don't know him, you really should get to know him. His name is Jesus. He
Yeshua.
uh
Yahweh.
yes, okay, he gave his life for you and I.
Mm.
Hey, um but we'll get to that, okay? I wanted to let you all know 33 is significant, and I just was thinking about that because we were talking about sermons from when we were younger that really helped us through our marriage. And so I wanted to talk about two sermons, and these sermons went down at Second Baptist Church, Monrovia. And I think, Doc, you can tell me if you were the minister of music or a musician during this time. Anyway, we used to go back and forth to churches, the church's anniversary or pastor's anniversary, or we would be
Which
invited for a concert. And so our church would go to another church and we would worship together. So, this particular time, this church came to us, and I know nothing about this pastor except his name. I was holding an infant at the time. You know where I'm going, Doc?
I think I know where you're going.
I was holding an infant at the time. His name was Robert Wayne Cook the second, and he was 6 months old. I even remember the blue and white striped suit that he had on as I was holding him. I was very excited about this particular sermon because Doc and I, when we hear a sermon, we apply it to our lives to see how it can direct us in a proper fashion. So we apply it to our lives. We also think about how we can share it. So after this service, I walked up to this gentleman. I was so excited with my infant in my arms, and I said, Pastor Wade, man, your sermon really touched my heart. It was excellent. And he looked at me and said, What, babe?
All my sermons are excellent.
And I was standing there with my infant, kind of like astonished that this conversation just really happened, where I'm excited about what you just preached, and then the arrogance of all my sermons. I I promise you I cannot remember the sermon. Okay. So let's roll forward a little bit. No, we should roll backwards a little bit because we were just married when Lloyd C. Blue came to second to run. It was a revival, right, babe?
I
Do you remember?
I don't remember what it was, but he was preaching.
Okay. And what did he preach, babe?
He preached the sermon entitled
What?
Start Where You
Uh
Are,
huh.
Use What You Have,
Uh huh.
and Do the Best You can.
Right. That's what he preached. The sermon. Start where you are, use what you have and do the best you can. And he was talking about, I want to get it right, the Philistine that fought with the jawbone of an ass. Am I correct?
I believe you are correct.
And he whooped the whole army. Okay. Man, and I should know exactly where that falls in the scripture. So I'm going to have to come back and say in the text where it is in the scripture. However, I want to say this. With that sermon, we have lived our lives whenever we are blessed or whenever we fall short or when we are having difficult times. We look at each other and we'll say Reverend C. Blue's name.
Lloyd C. Blue.
Lloyd C. Blue's name.
And he was talking about how Samson used the jawbone of an ass to kill 1,000 Philistines.
Yes, that's exactly it. So he was saying that when you have your back up against the wall or you're going through something or, even you feel like there's no way out, two things. The Lord makes a way for escape, and also remember, start where you are. So think about where you are. Use what you have. Think about what's around you and the connections you have.
And your resources.
Okay, and your resources. And do the best you can. So that's how we've lived our life. Babe, would you say that that's how we lived our lives?
Definitely.
Hey?
Sometimes you have only what you have.
Right.
And then sometimes you're able to access some resources.
Right.
You're blessed in that category.
Exactly. And so, just think about...
And sometimes you're able to bless others.
We always looking for how to bless others. Anyway, this can go on and on and on, but you will remember the sermons of those who truly touch your soul. And it's not what you say when someone approaches you. It's how you say it. Okay? One pastor was arrogant, and I know nothing about him. That's how he was towards me. While the other pastor was so gracious. Okay? So let's be gracious to each other.
And yet both were lifelong lessons.
Absolutely. Okay? And remember, no one couple holds the monopoly on love. And today, do something for somebody else. All right, y'all. Have a great evening. Mwah, 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 mwah. Bye, y'all. Say bye, babe.
Bye, babe.